Now, your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
Good evening. On this Thursday, we are seeing, of course, our rainfall deficit continues to increase. And now, for the year, we are at almost 9 inches lower than we should be. We've only had 7 inches of rain so far for the entire year. And the new drought monitor, we got this in today, it had a slight change with it. This area here of extreme drought has actually built farther to the south to Hebronville. Last week, it was farther north. So seeing this drought, extreme drought area starting to close in on the region, still moderate from Falfurrias to Kingsville, and extreme in Corpus Christi northward, and even exceptional as you head into northern B County. 95% of the state is in drought. Now, this does not include the abnormally dry conditions. If you add that in, we're at 99%. Nevertheless, it's just very dry and hot too. That's not helping any. Of course, the evaporation rates go up with the more heat you have. And these were the high temperatures we saw today across the state. To give you an idea, those are above average. In fact, hitting 102 in Austin, that's 7 degrees above the average high for this date. You can see how everybody's coming in those positive numbers, which means above where we normally are on a 30-year basis. So looking at our forecast, that's not going to change. We know we're in the hot time of the year here, hot and humid, and we're going to continue to see that until we can manage to get clouds and rain, and that's not in the forecast yet. But we may see a change next week. For now, there's the hourly forecast for tonight dropping down to about 76 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're right back in the low to mid 90s through the afternoon in Corpus Christi. And the wind picking up once again, I think 20-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow in the afternoon, and 95 for the high. That's the peak temperature. 101 Alice tomorrow, Refugio 96, Mathis hitting 96 tomorrow, and Port Aransas with 90 degrees. That feels like temperature. The next several days, we're still talking 105 to about 110. So it'll range in that area, and heat advisories will likely be issued again tomorrow for parts of the coastal bend as we start to see that 110 heat index being achieved, and that's going to again be the case for the next few days. Now, there is a little bit of a change in the weather pattern. The high pressure ridge, which has been dominating it since May, it continues to wobble back and forth, and it has shifted to the west. However, we're still under that ridge of high pressure, keeping it hot and sticky. However, the difference is as this pulls to the east, remember the airflow goes around it clockwise, that will allow more of an onshore flow or tropical moisture flow to come in from the east next week. And as this high weakens and pulls away from us a little bit more by the middle of next week, you can see little waves of low pressure may actually come in on the underneath that high pressure ridge. If this upper level wave comes in with that tropical moisture, that would give us a chance of rain. It's too early to really put much rain in the forecast, but we see the trends there, and next week we may actually get some moisture returning. You can see that on the water vapor imagery. Look how dry it is. This is Saturday, and it stays that way. We have a little bit of moisture this weekend, not much, but to see the dark green, that's what I want to see. In fact, I'd like to see it even a little more water vapor than that. But nevertheless, it's an increase in water vapor for the middle and end of next week. It doesn't mean a lot of rain by any means. It just means we may see some chances increasing by about Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, but still stray to isolated. So still watching for some tropical activity. Nothing's cooking out there right now. It's quiet. And we also have that Saharan dust with us that'll start moving out tomorrow. And then it's just breezy to windy days. We have the heat continuing and the heat indices up to 110 each day.